everyone and welcome back to my channel. Happy whatever day it is. I've stopped saying Friday because we never know if it's going to be on a Friday. Hopefully most of it is on a Friday. Never mind, let's get into the video. Today I have some wonderful new skincare bits to share with you. I am going to be doing an updated skincare regime and I am going to be doing more sort of brand focused videos, but I just wanted to share a few of the new-ish bits and pieces that I have kind of been implementing into my skincare regime, and a few bits and pieces that I have kind of picked up and have been using kind of sporadically or depending on my kind of skincare concerns. Over the last few weeks I've been doing a lot of travelling. I've been in Scotland for a wedding, I've been in Hamburg a couple of times for work, I've been at my boyfriend's house a lot, which means I kind of pare down the things that I bring with me. I bought a few bits to stay at his, I've kind of tried some things that were just sitting on my drawer, and I have some new bits and pieces to share with you. I've got a mixture of kind of moisturisers, spray, a lip balm, a couple of oils, and mainly sort of like cleansing things. So let's get straight into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is this new to me certainly. This is the Body Shop Oils of Life Intensely Revitalizing Cleansing Oil in Gel. It's a squeezy tube which is amazing for traveling and stuff. It's really travel friendly, really user friendly as well. It's not got a pump or anything. You'll definitely be able to get the most out of this. Also, if you're a little bit cheap like me and you want to get the most out of your products, then you'll be able to snip the end when you think you've run out of it and probably get the last little bit out. Always love that. And this is a oily jelly type cleanser. So there are two ways you can use this. You can kind of like emulsify it and mix it with a little bit of water and turns it into more of a milky texture, or you can leave it and use it on dry skin straight to makeup and use it that way. It removes makeup, including waterproof makeup, and it definitely does a really good cleanse. This is definitely a really good skin cleanser as well as a makeup remover. So highly recommend this. Really nice kind of nourishing formula as well. It doesn't feel like it leaves a greasy film on the skin or anything like that, but also doesn't leave my skin kind of really tight and dry afterwards. This is not too expensive either, and you do get like 100ml in here, so you can travel with it because 100ml is the kind of in-flight amount that you can travel with. Words, Hannah. So you can just about take this with you as well, and it is cruelty free. The next thing that I have to show you is a really similar vibe, so I will do a double cleanse with this. This is the Ordinary's Squaline cleanser. It's a Squaline based face cleanser and makeup remover. Again, it comes in this squeezy tube. It is cruelty free, and it is a really nice kind of 50ml size, so really travel friendly. I prefer things in a tube now. I mean, some of the other things I'm about to show you are differently packaged. This has quite a similar feel to the Body Shop one. It is obviously half the size and cheaper, not only for that reason, but because the Ordinary tends to be quite a budget brand anyway. You will be seeing a few other bits from them in here. But if you are someone who maybe has quite kind of dry skin and stuff, these kind of more oil-based cleansers probably will be really nice feeling on the skin for you. And again, this leaves me like really clean but not kind of dry and tight feeling. The next one I have to show you is another one of my favourites from the Body Shop. Gary is being mental today. Also, apologies for my lighting, it is kind of changing a little bit. Again, my ring light's still not been fixed. This is the Camomile Sumptuous Cleansing Butter. Now, I do a double cleanse with this as well. This is a brand new one, I haven't used it. There was a deal on, so I've got another one in my cupboard that I've been using. Not much of a smell, kind of a clean, cottony, chamomile scenting smell. In a tin, super travel friendly. Again, cruelty free. I like the fact it comes in a tin. It is quite big, but it's also quite thin. You don't need a lot of it. You could also like depot this into a smaller container if you have one. I would say maybe you need another cleanser after you've used this. This does leave a little bit more of a film. I mean, if you're really kind of using a hot flannel and stuff and removing it appropriately and you just do a double cleanse, your skin will be lovely anyway. But I would say my preference is to use this more as a makeup remover and then go in with something like this afterwards. But this is a really good kind of budget friendly one. I think it's £10 for the tub, so really good. Again, cruelty free, leaves my skin really nice. Waterproof makeup comes off really easily. It doesn't sting the eyes. Next, I have a little bit more of a bougie one. This was sent to me. I hadn't ever tried it. Do you remember I was using the Emma Hardy Moringa Cleansing Balm, which I really enjoyed. I've always loved the Lizelle. I think you probably will have seen this one in a video way back as well. But cleansing balms and kind of oil-based cleansers are ones that I've really been enjoying, because I find the double action of kind of makeup remover and a cleanser I've really been enjoying. This is the Eve Lom Cleansing Balm. As you can see, I've used a fair bit of it. Again, really travel friendly. It smells like a spa. I am Gary is going mental. So sorry. This is something that I really love. I just feel like it's such a treat for my skin. It feels really spa-like, it feels luxurious, it feels really nice. It feels like if I want kind of a really kind of like spa evening, this is the one that I will use. Or if I feel like my skin really needs like a treat and I've had a hard day at work, I've been wearing a lot of makeup, again, this is something that I will double cleanse with. Doesn't leave a greasy film on the skin, smells amazing, leaves my skin really kind of soft and supple, but really removes makeup. Again, doesn't sting the eyes, removes waterproof makeup excellently. This is definitely one of my favorites, and I feel like the amount you get in here, although all of these kind of work in a similar fashion, you really need like not a lot of this for it to kind of cover your whole face as it kind of melts into your hands with the warmth of your fingers. Really nice. For those of you who do not know, this is my bearded dragon. His name is Gary. He is just over a year old. He's a big boy and he is very needy and I love him to bits, but sometimes you can hear him scrabbling around in his tank and he wants to get out, so background noise fixed. Next thing I have to show you is not something that I talk about very often. I am a lip balm hoarder. It is awful. And recently I discovered the, again, cruelty free. If you haven't noticed a theme here, I'm trying not to purchase things that are not cruelty free. I'm not going to stop using the makeup that I already own, but I'm really making an effort, as you can see I'm an animal lover, to not be encouraging brands to test on animals by giving them my money, and therefore a lot of the things that you will start seeing in my videos and stuff are still going to be cruelty free, and I'm really not purchasing any ones that I have done research on that are not cruelty free. So again, Jouer cruelty free brand. This is their Vanilla Overnight Conditioning and Repairing Lip Mask. It's big. Right, mate? It's big. Also, this is so like mirrory. I can actually use this as a mirror. It's not like, you know when you look in a kind of reflective surface like a spoon or something and it makes you all wobbly, this actually you can use as a mirror, which I think is really cool, as I travel with it, so I don't need to have a compact. As you can see, I've used quite a lot of it. It's just a kind of clear, it does give a little bit of a shine, but it's not like a Vaseline slip, so it's really nice under makeup. But I've been using this if I'm applying lip liner over the top of it. I've been using it before I go to bed as a lip mask as intended. I've been using it in conjunction with my Lipstick Queen lip scrub, which I absolutely adore. And this, the first couple of times I used it, I honestly woke up the next morning and I thought that my lips looked more kind of plumped, and I wasn't sure whether it's just one of those things because it's supposed to be like really good and I'd heard brilliant things about it and it felt really nice, so I was kind of just seeing things. And then the next time I saw my boyfriend and I put it on the night when we went to bed together, woke up the next morning and he said that my lips looked bigger. So I don't know how it's doing that, but I do appreciate it, and if my boyfriend notices, then it's got to be doing something great. It feels really nice. And as I said, it's actually really good for under lipstick and stuff. It has got a little bit of a slip that will help on, which will help with your lip pencils and stuff. If you but it's not so buttery that it's kind of gonna like smush off really easily like a Vaseline would or something. The next thing that I have to show you is by The Ordinary again, and it is the 100% organic cold pressed rose hip seed oil. This is the 5th time I've tried to say that. So it's for all skin types, and it is basically just an oil. It comes in a little kind of pipette style container. It is glass. A lot of The Ordinary stuff and also a lot of the new Revolution skincare is all glass based, so not particularly travel friendly, but they are quite small. I don't sort of mind that so much. However, I have been doing a lot of research on kind of more natural things, or like oils and things that I can add into my skincare regime that maybe I was a little bit afraid of before, or that I kind of hadn't tried out before. This is something that I picked up. I've been using it on my elbows. I've been using it as like a cuticle oil. You can pop this like on the end of your hair as well, although I don't tend to bother with that. I think it's a little bit too rich for my hair. But this is really good for redness. It's really good for dry and dehydrated skin. It's really soothing, and it also really helps with scarring. So if you've got stretch marks, acne scarring, some discoloration or anything like that from where you had maybe previous blemishes and things, it's really good. I actually put some on last night for the first time in a while because I don't know why, I just stopped using it. And I woke up this morning and I have had like fairly problematic skin around my jawline. That's kind of hormonal. That's quite standard for me, like around that time of the month. But kind of worse than normal. But I'd also had like a few dry patches, and the combination is like, oh, do I treat the kind of breakouts? Do I treat the dryness? What do I do? I popped this on last night, and also put a little bit of kind of like diluted tea tree oil on the areas that I had some blemishes. And I woke up this morning and my skin just looked so much happier. It was more plump, it was rehydrated, I didn't have like any new breakouts or anything, and I just feel like it kind of gave my skin a bit of a refresh. And if you're someone that doesn't like popping loads of kind of chemicals and stuff on your skin, then maybe consider picking up an oil that's kind of a little bit of an all-rounder like this one. The next thing I have to show you is a spray. This is from Revolution Skincare, again, cruelty-free, blah, blah, blah. Hyaluronic Hydrating Essence Spray with pink grapefruit extract. I've just been using this as a nice kind of refresher or a spritz before I apply my moisturiser. I just really like it. I haven't kind of like dabbled into looking through the ingredients, although I have seen that it does contain glycerin, which is one of those ingredients that kind of feels nice on the skin and feels hydrating, but can over long-term use kind of have a little bit of the opposite effect. So maybe you want to do your own research into that. But for my skin, underneath my moisturiser, this has just kind of felt like it's giving me a little bit more of kind of like soft touch skin and a little bit of a hydration boost for underneath my makeup. Again, it's kind of, you can see I haven't used like loads of it. I've got another spray of these where it's kind of like a third gone, so I've used a decent amount, and I feel like it's nice for skin prep under makeup, that's for sure. So I've really been enjoying that. Again, it's a budget brand, find it in Superdrug, super easy. The next thing I have to show you, I can give you a full review on. This is the Revolution Hydration Boost Lightweight Hydrating Gel Cream. It has a really weird texture. You can see this is going to go in empties really soon. I have nearly used all of it up, and at first, the first couple of times I tried this, I really didn't like it. I felt like I was using it when I was quite dry. And as I kind of fix my skin using other oils and things, this has become one of my favourites, particularly for under makeup. If you have super dry skin, I wouldn't say this is something that you might enjoy, but if you have more combination or normal slightly dehydrated skin, then this might be something to give a go, especially if you don't like heavy feeling creams. This has, much like the avocado eye cream from Kiehl's, this has a really interesting texture, whereas it comes out like a kind of heavy looking cream, and actually if you notice, it turns into like a weird like watery texture and like spreads. And I think this is what like freaked me out the first couple of times I used it, because although it is hydrating, it's not that heavy cream feel, and when you are quite dry feeling, I prefer to feel like there's something on my skin. If you have maybe normal combination or slightly oilier skin, it's hydrating enough that this would kind of not overload you but feel nice on the skin. And the texture is really good for under makeup, as it doesn't leave this film, and it doesn't feel heavy on the skin at all. So I would say it's definitely not for dry skin because it's not as hydrating as you would perhaps need, but it is really lightweight, it is hydrating, and it is that nice kind of like gel cream weird watery texture. So if you don't like things feeling too heavy on your makeup, or you don't like having like a shine after you've popped some cream on and stuff, then this might be one for you. I've been using this under my makeup all the time and I really like it. Similarly to that one, this is again like more of a gel formula. It's the Body Shop Vitamin C Glow Boosting Moisturiser. I really enjoy the spray as well that these guys do. I'm a really big fan of the Body Shop skincare. This again, it's slightly coloured. It is more of a gel cream formula. So if I just pop a little bit on the back of my hand for you, again, not super heavy, feels a little bit more hydrating than the Revolution one. It is a little bit more expensive as well. You do get 50ml in here, so again, travel friendly. These tubs are plastic, so they are a little bit better to travel with than glass ones. The smell is really nice. It really reminds me of the Origins ginseng line. It's got that really kind of bright citrusy kind of awakening smell. Obviously it does have vitamin C in it. You're not supposed to put this sort of anywhere around the eye area. I find it to be like really nicely moisturising, not too heavy for under makeup, and kind of feels like it brightens my skin a little bit more than a regular moisturiser does. I have found that like my very fine lines, I'm only 26 so we realise there's nothing hideous going on here yet, have appeared a little bit better when I've been using this as my daytime moisturiser a few times a week along with the rosehip oil. That seems to have really made a difference to the kind of tiny little fine lines that I've been getting, but also kind of the glow of my skin. Just popped the dragon on my lap because I feel like I was sitting weirdly and it was giving me shoulder ache. Next thing I have to show you is something that I love for under makeup. This is less of a skincare product, I would say, and more of a priming product. This is the Hydra priming cream from Inbetween for makeup ready skin. It's a really weird bouncy texture. You kind of pick it up and it all, I don't even know how to explain it to you. It doesn't really have a smell, it just smells like kind of fresh cream. It's not like sweet, it's kind of a weird, I don't know. It smells like face cream. There's no kind of weird smell to it or anything. And this is really kind of glow boosting for under your makeup. If you have super dry skin or you're going for a really glowy base, I would say definitely have a look at this. It's quite expensive, but it is something that I now carry in my kit and cannot live without. The next couple of things I have to show you are both from the Body Shop. I'm going to do a brand focus on this because, as you can see, I've got a lot of stuff from the Body Shop in here that is like fairly new or I have rediscovered. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the Ethiopian Honey Deep Nourishing Mask. This is a kind of clear, sink into your skin texture, kind of sticky like honey, funnily enough. A lot of this will sink into the skin, so it's one of those things that you can kind of tissue off and then just pop a little bit of moisturiser or some like spray over the top and you're good to go. It smells like honey. It is one of those things that if you are not keen on nourishing masks that have that kind of heavy creamy texture, and you are dehydrated but you have like a fairly normal skin otherwise, and that you get a little bit oily in the T-zone and stuff, much like myself, then this is a really nice one because it does feel really nourishing, but it doesn't leave me feeling like greasy or oily or kind of like overdone. It's not too much for my skin to handle. Really nice. Glass, nice packaging. I am a little bit funny about pots and things, but I will make sure I wash my hands before I put anything in it. And I also have like those face mask silicone brushes that are really handy for applying masks like these. So if you're a bit funny like masks in that sense, or pots in general, then I would say get yourself some of those or some disposable like spatulas or something. Again, this is something that I've been using a lot lately. As I said, I've been struggling with kind of like some hormonal breakouts. I don't know whether you'll be able to see. I've got a nice little spot there. I've got my makeup's pretty much covered the rest, but I've got a little kind of few marks left around my jawline from where I've had hormonal breakouts lately. This is something that I really like to sleep in, but I will just pop it in the area that I need it and then put my other moisturisers and stuff on. This is the Tea Tree Anti-Imperfection Night Mask. The Tea Tree range from the Body Shop is really good if you have quite problematic skin. If you have problematic skin but you're a little bit more sensitive and you don't want anything sort of too harsh, this is kind of like you're going in with the big guns. although not drying or stinging or anything like that, then I would maybe check out the seaweed range from them. It's really good. This is a mask. It's got things like salicylic acid and tea tree in, which are kind of antibacterial, really good for you know, pore size, imperfections, blemishes, that kind of thing. And you pop this on and you sleep in it. It's really been helping with my breakouts lately. And that, my friends, is all I have to talk about today. I hope that you found some things quite interesting. If you want me to do a new skincare regime, that'll be up soon. If you want that, click the thumbs up so I know that you want it. If you've enjoyed this video, then please do let me know. Let me know if you have any skincare concerns that you've been working on, and any new product recommendations or things you would like me to review. If you want a full review on any of these products, then also let me know. And me and Gaz will see you in the next one. Okay, love you lot. Bye.